OWI versus DUI in Boone County, Indiana. What is the Indiana law? What do they mean? So Indiana, you see OWI or OVWI, but most people say DUI. Here's the difference. You ready? There's no difference. Okay. An OWI is operating while intoxicated. In Indiana, we're generally going to say an OVWI, operating a vehicle while intoxicated. A DUI is driving under the influence. They're effectively used interchangeably. Some states call it DUI. However, we call it an OVWI or an OWI, which means operating a vehicle while intoxicated. That's just how we refer to it. That's just how we charge it. And so that's the kind of the acronym that we're going to use. So there is really no difference. If you call us and you say, hey, I was charged with a DUI, I'm going to know that you were charged with an operating a vehicle while intoxicated. That's just how it works. If you call me and say, hey, I was charged with an OVWI, but I've got a couple DUIs in another state, do those count towards the state using them to charge me with a felony? Yeah, they do, because they're DUIs. So they're used interchangeably. So when you're looking at Indiana charging documents, you're not going to see the charging information or the probable cause say DUI. You're not going to see the officer saying, I arrested him under suspicion of a DUI or driving under the influence. You're going to see the officer say, I arrested him under suspicion of operating a vehicle while intoxicated. And maybe there's more to that. Operating a vehicle while intoxicated, endangering a person, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, causing serious bodily injury. It's always going to be OVWI or OWI. For the purposes of things like insurance might use them more interchangeably. You have to report to your insurer if you have a DUI or an OVWI. If an insurer is asking you the question, do you have a DUI, and you have an OWI out of Boone County, Indiana, you have to report that. They're the same thing. They're used interchangeably. So it really is the same thing, but in Indiana, for the purpose of the legal world and how we talk about it legally, we have to kind of separate them. So if you're in Boone County and you've been charged with an OWI, OVWI, you need clarity, you need assistance, call us at the Marc Lopez Law Firm. It's 317-632-3642. And remember, always plead the fifth.